Hey guys, Thogden here, welcome back to a new video. Now today, we're going to be both giving our 6 most depressing football clubs to support. What are you doing?
Social distancing, mate. Go on, let's do it.
After that monstrosity, it's back to the video. We've both made a list of 6 teams that we believe is currently the most depressing teams to support in England, or Great Britain to be more precise. We've not agreed on any. Obviously, I want to get you guys involved in the comment section, so if we've missed out any teams, let us know in the comment section down below.
The light target today is 6,000.
Let's smash it. I've got my brew ready, and I think it's time to get on with the 6.
6th place, I'm going for Blackpool Football Club.
Wow.
Who were founded, 1887, and you know what, in the 1950s, they were one of the biggest teams in England.
They were.
In 1953, they won the FA Cup final against Bolton Wanderers, 4-3.
Tough one to take for the lads.
Do you want a little Thogdad fact?
Let's hear one.
Now, you've all heard of the Ballon d'Or, haven't you?
Yep.
And in recent years, it's been won pretty much by Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi.
Correct.
But do you know who the first player was to win the Ballon d'Or?
Who was it?
It was Sir Stanley Matthews of Blackpool.
Wow.
Things started to go wrong. Now, in 1987, a guy called Owen Oyston bought the club.
Yeah.
The fans basically said that, look, the Oystons are taking all the money and siphoning it off. They're not investing in the club. And there was boycotts.
Yeah.
And there were protests. And
Yeah.
a lot of fans stayed away from their beloved club. And it's only recently that a High Court judgment decided that, yes, the Oystons did siphon off 27 million quid.
Jesus Christ, I feel bad for Blackpool fans.
So Theo, what is your 6th place most depressing club?
I've gone for a Scottish club. You could probably guess who it is. It's Rangers Football Club. Or shall I say the Rangers Football Club? Because in 2012, administration actually forced Rangers into a hard reboot into Scottish League 2. Their road back took actually longer than expected. Because in 2015, in the 2nd division, they got into a playoff against Motherwell, a 2-legged playoff. They actually lost.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a quick, smooth way back up to the top division. And when they did make it back to the top league, they've lost most of their old firm matches since 2015. Rangers have been through their bad years, and I wish them the best of luck.
Moving on to 5th place, and I've also gone for an enormous Scottish team.
Who is it?
Edrionians.
Who are they?
Good point. What happened with Edrionians? They were runners-up in the Scottish First Division, which is the 2nd tier, 2001-2002. Because they'd gone bankrupt, they were kicked out of the Scottish League. So what the new owners did is they bought a team called Clydebank, and then Clydebank moved to Airdrie, and they got a new name, Airdrie United. In the words of an Airdrie fan who wrote to me, "We just seen depressing football week in, week out."
Shall I move on to my 5th place?
What is your 5th place, Doug?
I've gone with Everton. They've had no silverware in more than 2 decades. And for a team in Liverpool, you know, always a massive crowd. They had a rich businessman who came in called Farhad Mashiri. He came in 2016. Loads of money. They thought, finally, we can compete with the other side of Liverpool. Since then, it hasn't really gone that way. They've been through managers like Allardyce, Marco Silva, Ronald Koeman. There's been really bad mismanagement, and the recruitment has been shocking. They spent over £600 million, and that has not been on the correct players. You've got players now like Sigurdsson, who they spent a lot of money on, who just don't really care. Players like Klaassen, where's he now? Senktosson. All this money has just been wasted in stupid places. Everton have won nothing. It's just depressing when someone rich comes in, but it doesn't go your way.
Now, in 4th place, Thogdad has gone for a team called Hull City. Or should I say, the Tigers, but we'll get on to that. Recently, you know, 2002, they moved to a fantastic new stadium, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
You then get into the Premier League with that amazing Dean Windass goal. But in 2014, they were in Europe. Hull City in Europe. But what it comes down to is you've got an owner called Assem Alam, who said, "I have never been a football fan." Now, in 2013, Mr. Alam decided, "I want to change the name of my football team." Yeah. It's called Hull Tigers. He hates the word city because he thinks it's common.
What?
Yeah. Hull's depressing because, you know, they saw the good times, they hate the owner, and now the bad times are here.
And they've got Josh McGuinness, and I think that guy is just a bad curse. My 4th place is Charlton Athletic. They're the most recent club to have financial problems publicly. Every time things start to look good for them, it just all crumbles with someone at the top or financially just decides to leave or mess around with the money.
And it was even this season that the Charlton chairman actually fell out with the owner, as apparently the owner called out the chairman for having a lavish luxury lifestyle with the money that he's getting from the club. But then he was saying back to the owner that he's not even pumped a penny into the club. And to see all this information go public is just shocking. And whilst the football on the pitch hasn't been that great and Charlton might even struggle to stay up in this division,
I really wish them the best and hope they don't go into administration, but they've been through their problems, and best of luck to Charlton.
That's a very good choice.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. We get on to my third place, Oldham Athletic. Oldham is close to my heart because it has always been my second club. Because
you nearly bought them.
We'll get on to that. Yeah. But in 1990, they got into the final of the League Cup. Lost to Nottingham Forest. But anyway, but soon after that, they got into the Premiership. They had a plastic pitch. They got into the Premiership. Things started to decline a bit. They dropped a couple of divisions. In 2001, they went up for sale. Who tried to buy them? THOGDAD and Partners. But they allowed a guy called Chris Moore to buy them. He pumped a bunch of money in, but I think he pretty much got the business plan wrong. ITV Digital went bust. Recently, there's talks of Lawrence Bassini trying to buy the club.
Don't let it happen.
Being an Oldham fan is really, really depressing.
And I'll move on to my third place, and this is where it gets really interesting. Sunderland Athletic Football Club. They're in the 3rd division of English football, and they have a 49,000 capacity stadium. Since 2016, they've seen their club up for sale and back-to-back relegations. After Allardyce left, everything just crumbled, just like Bolton as well. They've had a documentary about them. You know, their close rivals Newcastle have been laughing at them the last few years as they fall down the leagues. Yeah. And when you have that, it's absolutely horrible. I really feel for Sunderland fans. Last season, they got into the playoffs final at Wembley and they lost to Charlton Athletic, a game that I was at in the Sunderland end. And, you know, for Sunderland, it just doesn't seem to ever go right for them. Last year, they finished 5th, and this season, they're currently in 5th place, so they might get into the playoffs, even automatics. And I really hope they do, because they're a massive club and they deserve much better.
That's a very good choice.
Should we move on to our second places?
The Singer Sewing Machine Factory started a football club. A few years later, they changed their name to Coventry City. This is amazing. They spent 34 consecutive seasons in the top flight, which is either the 1st division or the Premier League, and they got into Europe twice. Things started to go wrong. 2007, Sisu Capital bought them. Coventry hate their owners.
Yeah.
There have been fan boycotts, fan protests. It's led to Coventry being a bit of a gypsy team in that they're moving around different grounds. The moment they're playing at Birmingham City, it's horrible being a Coventry City fan right now.
And now it's time for me to move on to my second place, and it's the one and only Bolton Wanderers. It was only 10 years ago we were coming up against teams like Atletico Madrid away, Bayern Munich away. We actually beat Atletico Madrid on aggregate 1-0. We were at the away fixture. We drew 2-2 away to Bayern Munich. We had Allardyce, we had players like JJ Okocha, Jussi Jääskeläinen, Ivan Campo. Fast forward to today, it's gone from Atletico Madrid away to Barrow away. We're bottom of League One, we're destined for the 4th tier. Once Allardyce walked out, things started to crumble. We were going down the leagues, but the problem was we still had big wages, and when we hit the Championship with the parachute payments, it was all right for the first few weeks, but once those parachute payments left us, we had big Premier League contracts in the Championship. Unfortunately, Eddie Davis passed away. It is very depressing to be a Bolton Wanderers fan. Shall we move on to our first places in this video?
This is going to surprise you, because I'd like you to take a journey up the M6 to Old Trafford.
Ooh.
And once you get there, keep going north until you get to a town called Bury.
Oh, I knew. I also have Bury in first place.
Right. Yeah. They're special to me because my great-granddad, Herbert Swan, your great-great-granddad, played for Bury.
Amazing.
And he scored 11 goals, I think, in 40 appearances. Do you know what? It's time for a Thogdad fact. Bury Football Club are the only team to have scored 1,000 goals in each of the 4 tiers of English football.
Interesting.
August 2019, Bury were expelled from the EFL.
Wow.
They might go back at the 10th level of English football. I hope they do. Or they might just completely disappear. Seeing those Bury fans, particularly the older fans who've been going 50, 60 years to games, a huge chunk of their life has been ripped out of them.
I feel for their fans so much, man, and I honestly wish them the best. There we go, guys. That's both our top 6s. I mean, let us know, do you agree with us or do you not? Let us know in the comment section, team. Which ones did we forget about? Which ones would you have put? And I want to hear your top 6 in the comments. Some clubs have been completely mismanaged mismanaged, misrun over the last few years. And if you're one of those clubs, I wish you the best of luck with recovery. As a Bolton fan, we've seen some bad years, even in my short life and his longer life. What's the like target, Thogdad?
The like target today is 6,000. Smash it.
Yeah, smash it if you want to see these clubs recover, and if you just want to see bloody football back, because I'm already missing out on it. And Thogdad, what are you doing here? See you later. Bye.
Oh, and to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. Thog Mum, happy Mother's Day. You still don't know what Thog Mum looks like because she's never been in a video, but happy Mother's Day to her. And see you all later. Bye, guys.